Hello, ladies. Okay, we're here to talk about working smarter and not harder so that you can make more money in less time. Okay, so there are always ways to do things that are easier, and there are always ways to do things that are harder. Okay, so this applies to starting a business too. So if you're anything like me, I'm all about working smarter, not harder. I'm all about being efficient with my time, in my personal time, and with my business time. Okay, so let's talk about the ways that are smarter to do business and so that you can make more money in less time. So welcome. I'm Kimberly Latona. If you don't know me already, I'm a life and business coach for busy women. I'm also an NLP practitioner with a master's in business, and I teach women how to create a part-time business with full-time income while living a life that they love. So the reason why I created this training is because I see so many women who struggle because they feel like they're doing all the things and they're not getting the results that they want. Okay. If you feel like you're doing all the things, you are like spending so much time and effort and you're like trying so hard and you're doing all the things and you aren't getting the clients that you want, or you aren't making the amount of money that you want, you aren't seeing the income, you aren't seeing the impact, the results, this is for you. Okay. So I want to talk today about working smarter, not harder, and really just creating this efficiency, evaluating, eliminating, automating, delegating, and collaborating. So I've got these 5 steps I want to talk about. So if you're watching live, drop a red heart. Hi, Kim. Nice to see you. In the comments so they know you're here. If you have any questions that come up, if there's anything specific that you need help with, please drop it in the comments. I will be checking that as we go along. And I know a lot of you will be watching this later. So if you're watching the replay, drop a purple heart in the comments and I will come back and say hi and answer any questions. Okay, so let's get started. I've broken this down into 5 steps. Those of you who've been here for a while, you know that I'm all about like the steps and the list and the like breaking it down into actionable items. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with the first one, which is evaluate. So the first thing that I want you to do is evaluate what's working and what's not working. Okay. And so ideally, we're going to do more of what's working. So the first step in working smarter is really just seeing like, where are you working harder or where are you putting in effort that's not translating into results? Okay. So again, this can be in both your personal life and in your business, because all of this is like an ecosystem, right? It's not just like, oh, here's my business and then here's my life. Like this is all together. Okay. So if you clear out some of the things that are not working in your personal life, you will have more time flexibility in your business life as well, and vice versa. So this is all about a holistic approach. I want you to really be thinking about how you can apply this to your personal life and in your work, your business, your career, so that this all works together and you have more, you're working smarter really in all aspects of your life. Okay. And you're more efficient, you're more effective in all areas of your life. So again, going back to this evaluate, like, what is it in your business that isn't working? Are there things that you're doing that you're just like, you're doing them all the time and you're like trying to hustle, but they're not actually like creating any results? Okay. So I want you to look at things like, so for example, if you're consistently posting in someone else's Facebook group and you're not getting any engagement and no one's ever commenting and no one's ever liking your posts, like that's probably not the best use of your time, right? If you're looking at that and you're like, I haven't gotten any clients from this, like no one's really engaging, then it's time to like eliminate that. It's time to stop doing that and see what's working and doing more of that. Okay. So for example, if like most of your clients so far have come from you private messaging someone to ask them like how you can help them, like starting a conversation and building a relationship, and then offering them something, a way that you can help them, whether that's your product or service. If all of your clients have come from that, then that's working. And like maybe the Facebook posts in this specific group that aren't like that, no one's seeing your posts, like maybe that's not working, right? So look to evaluate and see what's working and what's not working, what is creating results and what is not creating results, and do less of what's not creating the results and do more of what is creating the results. Okay. It sounds simple and it sounds obvious, but really like looking at what is working and what's not working in your business is so important. It's so important to evaluate take time to evaluate and see like, and actually look for what is working and what's not working. Okay. Look for where you're working really hard. And one of the keys there is like looking for places where you feel frustrated. If you feel frustrated doing something, it's probably because like either you're not getting the result that you want, or you're spending a lot of time doing it and it's like, it doesn't feel like it's worth it. Okay. So look for areas where you feel frustrated. Look for areas where you feel you have like negative emotions building up. And that's a sign that that's something that probably isn't working, or that could be tweaked to be working better. Okay. So that's the first piece, is evaluate. The second thing is eliminate. Okay. So we're eliminating things that aren't working. So if we go back to that first step of evaluating what's working and what's not working, now we're going to eliminate what's not working. Okay. Anything that's not working, anything that isn't creating results in your business, or that isn't creating the things that you want in your personal life, right? So if something isn't like creating more joy for me, or creating more abundance, or creating more fulfillment, like I'm going to stop doing that, right? Whether that's personal or whether that's professional. Like if I am spending a lot of time running or doing something like, or playing an instrument or something that is like, it doesn't really bring me joy, or it's not really satisfying, or it's not enjoyable. Like I'm going to do less of that. Okay. Or things that aren't creating results in your business. Again, but going back to that evaluation step, and seeing like what actually is working, what's not working, and eliminating the things that aren't working. Okay. So I want to tell you about 2 time hacks that are going to help you eliminate some of the effort that you're spending that isn't creating results. So the first time hack that I want to tell you about is the Pareto principle. So you probably heard about this. It's the 80-20 rule. Okay. The Pareto principle is the same thing as the 80-20 rule. And basically what this is it's a phenomenon that states that roughly 80% of outcomes come from 20% of causes. Okay. So 20% of the things that you're doing are creating 80% of the results. Okay. So that's a lot, right? If only 20% of what you're doing is creating 80% of the results, then what's happening with that other 80%, right? It's only creating 20% of the results, which means it's not having as much impact as the things that you're doing that are 20%. Okay. So what I want you to do here is I want you to look at your life and your business and see like, what is it that I'm doing that is actually creating most of the results and most of the impact. Okay. And I want you to look to see what are the things that I'm doing that are taking up a ton of my time, but they're not creating very many results. Okay. So look at that and kind of just try to see where in my personal life and where in my business am I spending a lot of time and it's not creating a lot of results, and vice versa. Okay. So we're going to do more of whatever the 20% of the things are that you're doing that are creating 80% of the results. The other time hack that I want to tell you about is Parkinson's law. Okay. So this is the idea that work expands to fill the time allotted for its completion. Okay. So I'm going to say that again. Work expands to fill the time that's allotted for its completion. So tasks fit into the time that you give them. So for example, if I say, I'm going to give myself 3 hours to write this email, it's going to take me 3 hours. If I tell myself it's going to take me 30 minutes, if I give the task 30 minutes, it's going to fill that 30 minutes. Okay. So this was mind blowing to me when I started applying this to my life. Like things were taking me so much less time. And I was like, wow, I'm so efficient. Like it just turns into this idea that this is how long I'm going to allot for this task. And the other piece of this is like being okay with it not being perfect. Okay. So there's a mindset shift there where you have to decide that like, I'm only going to take 30 minutes to do this instead of 3 hours or instead of 3 weeks. And I'm also going to be okay with it not being perfect. I'm going to be okay with it like this is going to be good enough. And I'm not going to stress over the fact that it's not perfect. Okay. So that's the other piece of this, that is important to recognize, is that like, you might be giving more time to tasks because you want things to be better, or you want to keep improving it, or you want to keep making it more perfect. But the more time that you give it, the more time it's going to take. Okay. So again, this step number 2 is eliminate. So we're eliminating what's not working, or anything that isn't really creating results in your business, or isn't creating more like of what you want in your life: joy, abundance, income, clients, all the things that you want. Okay. And then we're going to use those two time hacks, the 80-20 rule and Parkinson's law, to adjust like how much time that we're spending on things and what things we're actually doing. Okay. So that was number 2, eliminate. Number 3 is automate. Okay. So this is you creating systems that work for you so that you're not doing repetitive tasks that could save you time if you automated them. Okay. And I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this piece because I just recently, I think 2 weeks ago, I did a Facebook Live specifically on basic business systems, which help you set up your business so that you are more efficient and you're more productive, that make your life easier and more organized. So if you missed that, go back, go into my group, Confident and Courageous Biz Building Mamas, and go to the top, and all of the replays are pinned at the top. So you can find the one that says basic business systems for new business owners. Okay. So go watch that and use those systems to automate a lot of the tasks and set things up so that you can set those and you don't have to think about them and they're automatically happening, and you have to set it up once and then you don't have to do any more work. Okay. So automating that is also helping you work smarter and not harder. Okay. Number 3 was automate. Number 4 is delegate. Okay. So the things that take you a long time, or the things that you aren't great at, or the things that you could hire someone to do for less than it would cost you to do it yourself, those are the things you want to outsource. So those are the things you want to delegate. Okay. And this applies again to things in your personal life and to things in your business. Okay. So for example, in your business, if you're spending a ton of time learning a new skill, like creating a website or a landing page or creating a funnel, and there's someone that you could pay to do that will take you a lot less time and that's not very expensive, that is something that you should be outsourcing. Okay. So unless you are going to use that skill at another time, or you really want to learn that skill, it makes more sense for you to to not learn that skill, right? And give it to someone who already knows how to do it. If there's someone who can build you a landing page in 2 hours and you don't have to do anything and you can just pay them however much that would cost, find someone on Fiverr, or find someone on one of those what are the other ones called? You know what I'm talking about, the Fiverr, or people who can do, you can outsource that to, and it's going to maybe it would take you 2 weeks to learn how to do it, and then another week to implement it, another week to put it on there. It takes you a month, and it takes this other person 2 hours to do. Okay. Upwork. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Dana. Yeah. Upwork, Fiverr. There's so many places that do so many online resources that use freelancers. Okay. So utilize those. If you are creating graphics in Canva and you that's not what you're good at. If someone can do it better for you, and they can do it less expensive than it would be for you to do, that's the time when you delegate. Okay. And I also want to note that of course this is going to cost you, but what is it costing you to not hire this person, right? Maybe it's costing you weeks worth of time, or even hours, right? So let's say, for example, if you're a coach and you charge $100 an hour or $200 an hour, that's what the breakdown cost or breakdown price would be approximately, depending on what kind of coach you are and how experienced you are or whatever. If let's say your minimum is you're charging $100 an hour, then if you can pay someone for $10 an hour to do the same thing, it's costing you $90 to do that thing, because you could be spending that 1 hour serving clients, or getting clients, or attracting clients, or building value, right? Sharing value so that you are building know, like, and trust factor with your clients. Okay. With your potential clients. So that is costing you, even though it does cost you $10, or maybe it's more than that, but if it's costing you way more of your time and your energy, that's costing you more money also. Okay. And in the long run, it's not going to serve you to be doing everything yourself. You need to learn how to delegate if you want to work smarter and not harder. Okay. So again, if you're editing videos, if you're creating graphics in Canva, whatever it is that you're doing, that you're not that's not your skill, or that's not your zone of genius, or that's not something that is really that you love to do, or that you're great at, you shouldn't be doing it. Okay. And you could use this as in your personal life as well. Okay. And this could be you hire a house cleaner, you hire a babysitter, you hire someone that can that you can delegate some things to, so that you have more time to do things that matter to you and that are creating a better future for you. Okay. So for example, personal example, I no longer do laundry. I have 3 kids, and me and my husband, there's 5 people for laundry, and that it takes a long time to wash and dry and fold and put away all those clothes every week for 5 people. And so I no longer do that. Like I outsource that. We have a housekeeper. She does our laundry twice a week. She does all of that. And I no longer have to spend those hours. So I'm able to use that time, not even just for my business, but I'm able to use that time to like connect with my kids, or like build, like create experiences, like do fun things, create like memories, or work on my business, right? And both of those things are more valuable to me than doing laundry. Okay. Like in the long run, like laundry, it needs to be done. Obviously, like me and my kids need to wear clean clothes, but it doesn't need to be me that's doing it. And it's more valuable for me to use my time doing something else. Okay. The same thing is with cleaning the house. The same thing is with, like other things, other responsibilities that maybe aren't necessarily like adding to your joy or your personal life, that could be delegated. Okay. And the other thing I want to say here is like, obviously, like it maybe doesn't look like you just like hiring someone to do everything for you tomorrow, to like today or tomorrow, right? This can be gradual. This can be like you hire someone once a month to come clean your house and you're saving several hours there. Or it could look like once a week, or you outsource your laundry, or you outsource something that isn't bringing you more joy, that isn't creating more joy, abundance, income, anything that you want in your life. Okay, so I want to encourage you to find something, even if it's something small, like creating graphics in Canva. You can send somebody away and say, like, create me 20 graphics in Canva, and it will probably take them less than an hour because that's what they're experienced at. You can pay them to do that, and it would have taken you several hours, okay, or longer. Okay, so look for areas where you can delegate. This is going to serve you now, but also as your business grows, also as you scale your business, because you don't have time to do all those things. Like you'll find when you get further along in business and you don't want to be working full time, then you have to delegate things. You have to be able to delegate. You have to be able to outsource things. Okay. So start with the small things and start releasing some of that control now so that it becomes easier for you as you grow, as you expand, in your life and in your business. Okay, so number 4 was delegate. So we talked about evaluate what's not working and what's working, do more of what's working, less of what's not working, eliminate what's not working. Okay, so we talked about the time hacks, the 80-20 principle and the Parkinson's law. Tasks will fit into the time that you give them. We talked about automating systems. Okay, that's going to save you some time, make your life easier and more organized. And the last one here we just talked about was delegate. So things that you aren't good at and things that you could hire someone that would cost you less than if you were to do it yourself. Okay, the last one here, the 5th one here is collaborate. Okay, so this is you finding someone or finding a group of people who can help you reach your goals easier and faster. Okay, there's always someone who has done what you want to do that has already done it. Okay, this is such a time saver. This is such an energy saver. Finding someone who can mentor you, who can coach you, who you can collaborate with, who can help you reach your goals faster. Okay. So this is about you finding someone or a group of people, finding a mastermind, finding a coach, finding a mentor who can help you reach your goals faster and easier. This is the biggest, like, this is probably, if you're going to take away anything from today, like this is the biggest point, okay, is collaboration. Like finding someone who can help you reach your goals faster and easier is the best way to work smarter instead of harder. Okay. Because you could Google everything. It's not like you can't find everything that you ever need to know on the internet. Like you can find 100% of what you need to know. Maybe like 99.9% of things that you need to know exist on the internet. But do you want to spend all the time researching all those things, figuring it out all on your own, like trying things, trial and error, all the things, and going through all of the information that you find on the internet? Or do you want someone to just tell you, like, here's the best way to do this. Here's the easiest path for you to do this. Here's the easiest way for you to make money. Here's the easiest way for you to get clients. Here's the easiest strategy for you to run your business. Okay. It saves you so much time and energy and money if you invest in yourself and collaborate with someone that can help you reach your goals faster and easier. I promise you, it's going to save you so much time and money and energy in the long run. And you can really get there faster. Okay. So let's recap. Number 1, evaluate. Number 2, eliminate the things that are not working. Number 3, automate. Okay. Systems that you put in place so that you don't have to do all the work yourself. Number 4, delegate. Delegate the things that you aren't good at or that you hate doing or that take you a long time, and you will have that time to spend actually getting clients and making more money. Okay. And then the last one, collaborate. Okay. Find someone to help you reach your goals faster and easier, whether that is a mentor, whether that is a coach, whatever it is that you're looking to do. If it's start a business and start a profitable business, like find a business coach. If it is like get in shape and lose weight, like get a personal trainer or get a health coach. Okay. Whatever your main goal is right now, find that person to help you reach your goal faster and get there easier, and someone who can hold you accountable, someone who can give you the resources that you need in order to do whatever it is that you want to do. Okay. So I hope that you found this training valuable. I would love to hear your biggest takeaways in the comments. If you would like to join me in my group, Confident and Courageous Biz Building Mamas, we have trainings like this every week. We also have some bonus resources on mindset and time management, marketing, business strategy, and more. So come join my group, my Facebook group, Confident and Courageous Biz Building Mamas. I'm going to drop the link to that in the comments so you can come join me over there. And then the last thing I want to say is if this resonated with you and if you are ready to take the next step, if you want to build a business that is more efficient, that is more time efficient, that you want to create a part-time business with full-time income while living a life that you love, then I am your person. So I would love to jump on a free time mastery strategy call with you. And this is for women who are ready to create this part-time business with full-time income. You are ready to invest in yourself. You're ready to invest the time, the money, the energy that goes into creating a life that you love, and really just getting the business that you want in the time that you have. So if this is you, then I would love to talk to you on a free time mastery strategy call this week or next week. I'm going to drop the link to my calendar in the comments so that you can book a free strategy call with me. And if not, then I will see you over in my group, Confident and Courageous Biz Building Mamas. Okay. I love you, ladies. I'm grateful for you. Thank you for being here, and I will see you soon.